Nick, in the meantime, I know you have been continuing to cover this ongoing story, horrific and unimaginable, of the many hostages, Americans among them, who are still held by Hamas. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Amna, one of President Biden's most pressing concerns is the fate of as many as 13 Americans being held hostage by Hamas right now. They're among some 200 hostages with 30 different nationalities. And I spoke to American families of the missing about what they want President Biden to do and about their anguish. On the morning of October 7th, Hamas gunmen rampaged, terrorized, and burned and murdered their way through the Israeli kibbutz of Nir Oz. With a smile, they kidnapped the most vulnerable, the community's oldest and youngest residents, including Israeli-American Jonathan Dechalchen's son, Sagi.
My son, Sagi, is a 35-year-old father of two little daughters, and his wonderful wife is pregnant in her 7th month. He's the son every father, every parent would want to have. A gift to us all and a gift to everything that he touched and everyone who he touched.
As best you can tell, what happened to him on the day of the terrorist attack?
They descended on the kibbutz and between 6:30 and 7 in the morning. They proceeded to kill anyone they could find or take into captivity anyone they could find. Sagi got back to his house with wife and two beautiful little daughters, made sure that they were secure inside the connected bomb shelter, and then approximately for the next hour was in hand-to-hand combat with terrorists who were trying to break into his house. They had already broken into his house, but break into that bomb shelter. And he continued communicating off and on with the remnants of the security team and his wife until about 9:30, for an hour. And after that, no contact whatsoever.
I'm a father of two. My kids are a lot younger than yours. And I cannot imagine what you're going through. So I'll just ask this simple question, and you answer it in any way you want. What do you want the world to understand that you're going through right now as a father and a grandfather?
I'm sorry, Nick. I can't answer that question. I just can't. I understand where it's coming from. I can't. I apologize. It's too much. It's just too much.
There's not a single thing more worrisome than have someone you love, someone you adores you, and not knowing their fate.
On Friday, President Biden spoke to Dechalchen and more than a dozen families of Americans held hostage by Hamas.
It left no doubt in my mind that the president specifically and his administration are totally committed to finding the hostages, not just the American citizens among them, but everyone, and returning them home.
How do you balance then the need, it sounds like you believe, to eliminate Hamas, as the Israeli government has promised, with the need to save your son?
It's an impossible challenge, Nick. I mean, two things are true at once. That organization and its heads must be destroyed. We cannot continue living like this in these communities or deeper into Israel. So that is an absolute truth. And it's an absolute truth that I and the other families of the hostages want these babies, young men, young women, grannies and grandpas. We want them back for them to live the lives that they were meant to.
What's your message to President Biden as he goes to Israel?
My understanding is that our goal is to get the hostages, the American hostages, and I pray we also get the other hostages from other countries and from Israel.
Liz Hirsch Naftali is the great aunt of Abigail Mor Edan, believed kidnapped from the kibbutz of Kfar Aza.
Abigail is a beautiful 3.5-year-old little girl, growing up the youngest of 3 children. She's just a kind, sweet little girl.
During the attack, gunmen killed Abigail's mother and chased down Abigail's father and 2 older siblings.
While they were running, Abigail in her father's arms, he was shot and killed. The 2 older kids ran home, locked themselves in the closet. The little girl managed somehow to get to a neighbor and knock on the door. They took this child in. The family that took her in, the husband went outside to see what he could do. When he came home, His wife and 3 kids and Abigail were missing. So that's where we are right now. I think she's in Gaza. And I hope and I pray being taken care of enough that she's okay. It's heart-wrenching. It's really hard. It's so hard and it hurts so bad.
The only proof of life of any of the 200 or so hostages is from this Hamas video. The family of 21-year-old Mia Shem today told the media they want this propaganda video shown, and they want the world to do everything to bring them back home.
Do you want the U.S. to push for a delay until the hostages, including your great niece, can be saved?
They understand that we need to get the hostages out, American hostages and other hostages. And so I do hope that it will be delayed, but I also hope that it gives time for the people on the other side to get to places where they will be safer. That's my hope.
That is all the families of the missing can do. Hope that their loved ones can somehow be saved. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Nick Schifrin.